Good morning. This is a special edition of Political Paula, the Christmas show. I noticed a lag. There was nobody on Facebook this past weekend. I know where y'all were. You were running around at the malls. You were online. You were running around like chickens with your heads cut off, getting your last minute Christmas shopping done, getting those perfect presents for those people that you see on Christmas Day and never see again the rest of the year. Got to get those gifts in the mail by I don't know, now. You're paying exorbitant shipping charges. Do you know what's going to happen to those gifts that you ran around exhausting yourselves and your bank accounts for? Well, 40% of Americans are going to spend December the 26th returning those gifts that you wasted all your time and money getting them, and they didn't like them. That's what happens. I saw this little blurb and I said, oh, I have to report this to my viewers, especially some that watch my show who I know personally, who every time we say, don't exchange gifts, they just can't get over the gift exchange at Christmas. And I don't understand why. More on that a little later, because it is kind of interesting the way these things work. My husband and I have long ago stopped exchanging gifts for each other. We don't buy each other Christmas gifts. We don't buy each other birthday gifts. You know why? Because all year long, if on June 2nd I decide I want to buy $50 worth of books, I buy $50 worth of books. If my husband says, oh, I need some new shirts, he goes out and he buys new shirts in September. We buy things that we want or need all year long whenever we feel like it, not just on one day or 1 week. It's easier that way. It's nice. And it also takes the pressure off. But my husband and I, we know each other pretty well. We know what each other likes. So if we were exchanging gifts, we would get it. We would get it right. But too many people get it so wrong. And the fact that most people feel so obligated to get these gifts, and yet they don't really know the person who they're buying for well enough to get the right gift. That's why you have this billions, I think it was like $1.4 billion in gifts will be returned December 26th and the weekend after Christmas, because people just got it wrong. And mostly they got it wrong because they shopped for someone they really don't know well enough to get the right gift. It's happened to me, happened to my husband. It happens to all of us. You open this gift and it's like, wow, you really don't know anything about me. And the people who are returning these gifts, by the way, they don't want store credit, just so you retailers know. They want cash. And you know why? Because a lot of the times, the store that they have to spend the day after Christmas or the weekend after Christmas waiting in line to return the gift they got that they absolutely are like, what were they thinking? Well, they don't even shop at that store. So it's not like, oh, pick something else out. No, see, I don't shop here. So I want cash. And good luck finding a store that will give you cash. They want you to stay in that store and buy something. So even if you do get to return the gift that you absolutely hated, you might end up being forced to buy something that you don't really even want anyway. And I have a good idea about that. Whoever gave you that gift you absolutely hated from that store you never shop in, buy their Christmas present for next year at that store with their money. Wrap it up and give it to them next Christmas. I think that would be fun. It's crazy. And I got to tell you the truth. For you people who are returning gifts and might feel a little guilty about it, oh, don't feel guilty. Because the other statistic that was in this article I read said that the people who gave you those gifts, they resent the hell out of you. They resented every penny they spent on that gift. Oh, I have to buy so and so a gift. Oh my God, I don't have the money for this. Oh my God. And then when the credit card bill comes, we spent this much on them. We're not going to see them again till next Christmas. What were we thinking? So they resent you just as much. So don't feel guilty about returning the gift because they really didn't want to get it for you anyway. And isn't that really sad that this is what Christmas has become in this country? It's all about the presents. Who can spend more than the other person? Who can get the best gift for mom and dad? And who can buy the grandparents the best gift? And then the grandparents don't give you anything because old people, I tell you what, they got it right. They got it right. My husband hasn't gotten a Christmas gift from his grandmother in decades. Because she says, hey, I'm an elderly woman. I'm living on Social Security. I'm not buying all my grandchildren Christmas presents. But boy, she sure likes getting the gifts. We went over to visit her one year and she had a stack of gift cards, I swear to God, this high. But they have it right. You know what? You want to buy me a gift? Awesome. Buy me a gift. But I'm not buying you one. Because I don't roll that way. Christmas for me is not about how much I can impress somebody with how much money I had to spend on them. I had a viewer who was recently very upset because she sent Christmas gifts to people and they didn't even call. She mailed them. Okay, she shipped them. They didn't even call to say thank you. Because that's how people are these days. You don't even get the thank you. When I used to get a gift in the mail from somebody as a child, my mother made me call that person that day and say thank you for the gift. Nowadays, you have to call the person that you sent the gift to make sure they actually got it because they're not going to call you and thank you. That's insulting as well when you go out of your way to send someone a gift and they don't even call you and say, thank you for the gift. I received it. It was lovely. Even though they're planning on going right back to that store and returning it the day after Christmas. Exchanging money. This is the thing that bugs me the most. And I know some people just really, I don't know, they like giving gifts. They like wrapping gifts. And that's great if you like doing that. But then don't bitch about it. If you hate shopping, if you hate wrapping, then you're going to go with the gift card. Because once again, we have to buy gifts for such and such people. And I always say, no, you don't have to. Why you think you have to buy a gift for somebody? And the easiest way to stop the gift exchange is to just decide one year, I'm not buying any Christmas gifts. That way, if you get a gift from somebody, you can say, well, thanks so much for the gift. We're not buying gifts this year. Or you can send little notes out in your Christmas cards. We are no longer exchanging Christmas gifts with anyone, so please refrain from sending us a gift. That way, if you get a gift, you're off the hook because you told them in advance. I always respect people who do that. A cousin of mine did that a few years ago. We used to exchange gifts with this one section of my family, and we realized that we were exchanging money, and we were all breaking even. It was like, oh, here's a $50 gift certificate for you. And then I would open my gift and it was a $50 gift certificate. And I said, a light bulb went off in my little brain. And I said, you know what, guys? I just gave you $50 and you just gave me $50 back. How about we do something after the holidays? Like we go out to a nice restaurant and we each spend $50. Since you already spent the 50 on me and I spent 50 on you, next year, let's take that $100 and the four of us Go out for a nice meal at a nice restaurant and enjoy some time together without all the brouhaha of the holidays when everybody's running around and opening gifts and it's just craziness. Let's spend some time together instead of just exchanging money at Christmas. It's ridiculous. And some people are like, they don't care. They still want to give the gift. They want to hand you $100 and then you hand them $100 and, and that's fine too. I mean, if you can't get somebody to stop exchanging gifts or exchanging money, then at least make it money. Because I'll tell you what, money is always cool. So if we have to give somebody $100, then at least we're going to get $100 back and no harm, no foul. We're not in debt. But people who go into debt to buy Christmas presents for people that are probably either not even going to thank you for it or absolutely hate the gift. And then the gift you actually gave them was that now they have to go to this store and stand in line and fight over how they're going to return this gift. You're making more trouble for them than it's worth. And then you get that credit card bill that you have to pay. It's a shame. Because, and I say this every year, and I'm going to say it again because it's kind of my theme song for Christmas. It's not your birthday. It's not your children's birthday, unless they were born on December 25th. Then it is their birthday. I pity anyone who was born on December 25th. They get screwed. Hell, I was born December 14th. I got screwed. It's Jesus' birthday. And yet, we're the ones who expect all the gifts. Why should we get presents on another person's birthday? We shouldn't. You get birthday presents on your birthday. You get presents on your birthday. Christmas is the only day of the year where it's someone else's birthday. A lot of people who don't even believe that it's his birthday, and actually it's not. His birthday was in March, historically. If you want to be historically correct, Jesus was not born on December 25th. He was born in March. But atheists, people who don't even believe that Jesus is anything, ever existed, they're spending all their money on presents for their spoiled little brat kids and their friends and their families. Well, it's not your birthday. And you don't believe it's anybody's birthday. Literally, you don't believe in the holiday at all. Why are you celebrating it? Why would you celebrate a holiday you don't believe exists? It's Christmas. I don't get that. It would be like a Christian celebrating Hanukkah because it's 8 days of presents. You get more gifts because it's 8 whole days. Christians don't celebrate Hanukkah, so why do atheists celebrate Christmas? Oh, that's right. It's the holidays. It's not allowed to be Christmas anymore. Well, fuck that. Because, see, I say Merry Christmas, and if you don't like it, well, screw you. This is Christmas. It's not a holiday. It's Christmas. Just like Easter is Easter. It's not the holiday Sunday. It's the day Jesus arose and ascended into heaven. If you don't believe it, then you don't believe in the Easter Bunny, and you don't do Easter baskets for your kids. Because you don't believe in the reason for the holiday. Easter. No one calls Easter Holiday Sunday or Good Friday Holiday Friday. So it's Christmas, everybody. And don't be afraid to say Merry Christmas. I always say anybody who wishes me a Merry anything, instead of telling me to go fuck myself like I usually hear from some people, you wish me Merry anything, I'm going to say thank you. Can I give you a hug? I need a hug. So look, whatever you decide you want to do, I always tell my viewers this. Don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to share your views with people. The worst thing that can happen is they're going to say, well, we still want to exchange gifts. And it's important. And here's Junior's list. And please make sure you send the receipt in case we have to return it. Oh, yeah, a friend of mine had her relatives do that. They actually send her a list of what her nieces and nephews want. And they say, please include the receipt. Because, first of all, they want to know how much she spent. And second of all, they want to be able to return it easily if Junior doesn't like it. Because Junior's a little spoiled brat. So if someone is going to fight you on it, then fine. But at least you spoke up. And see, I speak up. I will say something. I will say, you know what? Isn't this stupid? We're exchanging money. Is it really necessary? I mean, can't we just have a nice meal together and not worry about exchanging gifts? That would be cool. And I am sorry, I really do hate it when you give a gift. I know it's not about this, but if I'm going to spend money on somebody, and this is in the past, I no longer buy Christmas presents for anybody. I don't. But if I'm going to give you a gift and I spend like hundreds of bucks like on your kids, or I give you something cool, and then you give me a box of candy or you give me nothing and you didn't send the memo out that you weren't giving gifts this year, well, shame on you. Shame on you. But then, of course, I learned my lesson and I never buy you anything again. But it isn't about reciprocation necessarily. But I will say this, I don't have any children. And if I go out of my way to buy gifts for children like I used to do, and their parents can't even have the kids make me something or give me a little something, or even call to say thank you, then we have a problem. I think you need to teach your children that they need to call, not text, not message on Facebook. They need to call someone who sends them a gift, or even better, write a thank you note and put it in the mail, the real mail, with the stamp on the envelope. That's a good way to do it. And my little cousins, I'll tell you what, I used to get them some stuff over, and I always got a handwritten thank you note, or I got, like the one year, my little cousin Olivia, she made me a beautiful little ornament. Awesome. Didn't cost her a lot of money, didn't cost her parents anything, but it was something that I could have and that I now have on my tree every single year. And I'm so honored to have it there. But when you don't even get the thank you call or the thank you note, the notice that we got your gift, like my friend just said, she sent hundreds of dollars worth of presents and nobody called to say they got it. My God, it could have been lost in the mail. Or the package could have been stolen off their porch. You receive a gift, you owe it to the person who took the time and spent the money. You owe it to them to let them know you got it and to thank them for it. Not by email, not by personal message on Facebook. A text is fine if you're busy or if they don't answer their phone or their mailbox is always full. Like some of my friends, I call, their mailbox is always full. I can't leave a message. Our schedules don't mesh to talk on the phone. That's fine. But you have an obligation as the gift recipient to acknowledge receivership of the gift. That's all you have to do. Thank you for the gift. We got it. Oh, crap. Now we got to go to the bloody store on the 26th and return the damn thing. Hey, Whatever you're doing this Christmas, I hope you're having fun. I hope you are with the people you want to be with and not the people you have to be with and you're hating every minute of it. If you're traveling, please be safe. Remember, drinking and driving is a big no-no. Cops are going to be out in full. They're going to try to get you. So be cautious, be careful, have fun, and a very Merry Christmas to all my wonderful Political Paula viewers. I will have my regular show on Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern here and on YouTube, on Facebook and YouTube. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. Please be safe and enjoy yourselves. Political Paula, out.